What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have your normal Monday team here. You have myself, AlphaDog Bits, here with my guy, JD, from Line Movers. And with us, as always, we have Jefe Picks. Jefe, we'll start with you. How are you today, brother?
Woo! Big Monday. A lot of things to do. Fairly sunny here in beautiful New York City, unlike some other places I've heard. Ready to get into all the sports, man.
Absolutely, man. It's a great day of sports. Joseph is here. What's up, Stetsy? Joseph is saying the Cavs should be forced to donate last night's game check to a Cleveland area charity. I could not agree more. They still have not found the arena. They still have not showed up for that game. Bill Norman is here as well, shouting out the Moneyball Metrics team. A huge weekend for Moneyball Metrics. Well done to everyone at Moneyball Metrics. JD, over to you. How are you today, brother?
Doing good, man. Yes, here it is not sunny. It is not nice. It's raining. It's supposed to rain all like day. And it has been a Monday. I'm just going to leave it at actually that. But like we always say, stay positive. And
Absolutely.
Yeah, tonight's going to be a big night.
I love that. We have a ton of games to go over. But before we get into the daily slate, we are going to go over our weekend recap. I'll start first. Bad day Saturday. Yesterday finished right about even. We had an absolutely massive week last week, so we're looking to carry that over into this week and have another huge week, and that all starts with today. So let's get after it. Jefe, how was your weekend?
It was a great weekend, to be honest with you. In terms of betting-wise and wagering-wise, I was reading baseball pretty well, basketball pretty well. Got some help from a few backdoor covers, especially in OKC and Golden State. Well, I guess Denver and Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm pumped for tonight's games. That's for sure. And the hockey's been crazy. The hockey has been some of the, not even from a wagering standpoint, it's just been incredible.
It's been great
to watch. The Stanley Cup playoffs this weekend were cinematic, to say the least.
100%. JD, how was your weekend?
Weekend was good, man. Had a good day Friday, had a good day Saturday, and had a good day Sunday. That's the first time that I've been able to say that now in a few weeks.
We love that.
So yeah, definitely happy there. Yeah, as far as the basketball, man, like the start of this round, we had like some of the most crazy games, and we were like, wow, this is great. Then this weekend was just a lot of trash games.
Yep.
So those kind of changed up quick on us. But yeah, man, like everything is overall good. Yeah, as far as the team, actually, like Bill said, as far as the weekend was nuts. We were up in everything, golf and UFC. Shout out Bill. He had his actually UFC and actually PFL card.
Let's go
night. So
we love to see that. And there's always a surprise in the Moneyball Metrics Discord. JD, you know I had to ask your permission multiple times over the last week. I dropped my full cards in there in the Free Plays channel all the time. Moneyball Metrics exclusive. So make sure you guys get into the Moneyball Metrics Discord. There's tons of winners, tons of fun, and the best community out there to be with. Christian, happy birthday, brother. I believe you're saying it is your birthday. Happy money-making birthday. So, hell yeah. If it is your birthday, Christian, happy birthday from the Moneyball Metrics team. Man. We appreciate you, brother. Monzi is here as well. We appreciate you tuning in as always, Monzi. And our guy, Justin Paul, is tuning in too. Fellas, we have a beautiful slate we're going to be breaking down today. We're going to start with a little MLB action. You ready to dive in?
Let's do it.
Let's get it, gentlemen. First game we're going to be breaking down today is going to be the Fighting Paul Skeens. The Pittsburgh Paul Skeens are taking on the New York Mets. As I alluded to, pitching for the Pirates is Paul Skeens. Weirdly, he is 3-4 in the year with only a 2.7 ERA. That tells you everything you need to know about the run support he's getting on his scheduled start days. On the other side, we have David Peterson. Peterson's 2-2 on the year with a 3.05 ERA. Both these pitchers have had pretty good years. Both these pitchers have not exactly gotten any run support early on in this MLB season. Jefe, we're going to start with you. We got the Pirates. We got the Mets. First game we're breaking down. What you got?
Mets. They had a good weekend, man. I mean,
they did well for me.
Honestly, playing pretty good baseball, 26-15. Took care of a Cubs team this weekend that honestly is pretty good in their own right. 1-2 out of 3. Paul Skeens on the mound tonight. That's obviously going to be the big story. I'm sure Citi Field is going to pack up over him, but I mean, he has a good whip, but other than that, he's pitching for a team that really is struggling in his starts, or pretty much any pitcher starts to back up their pitcher on the mound with good timely hitting, putting up runs, and giving their pitcher a chance. Basically, unless Skeens is out there putting up zeros, he's making it really hard to put up wins, and that's kind of conducive to why he's at a 3-4 ER. I'm sorry, 3-4 win-loss record. ERA is 2.7. That's good. His Ks are incredible. He's averaging pretty much a K in inning, 48 innings, pitch 47 Ks. But this Mets team's too good right now. And even though I'm not crazy impressed with Peterson, I believe in the Mets being able to get through that kind of first 5 innings and winning this game when the Pirates eventually have to get into their bullpen. I think total is pretty much also speaking the story here. I'm laying off this game because when I woke up this morning, I swore that the Mets were minus 150. And now they're just steaming on up. If I would have gotten in a minus 150, I probably would have taken it. But I'm too nervous to take a run line here, minus 1.5, and minus 165 is too much juice.
I agree with you. If the line was closer to a minus 140 in between a minus 140, minus 150, I would probably end up being on the Mets, but I agree. Minus 165 is just unplayable for a straight money line. If you want to parlay it, I understand that, but also it's Paul Skeens day, so it's very difficult to take a Mets team when Paul Skeens is the pitcher on the opposing mound. Let's take a look at how these two teams have done in their respective spot today. So the Pirates are 5-14 on the road. The Mets are 15-4. So exactly opposite. The Mets have been one of the most, if not the most, dominant home baseball team in major leagues. And the Pirates, their offense is the worst offense in baseball, maybe the Rockies, but the Rockies numbers get inflated a little bit because they play in Coors Field. For teams that are not in Coors Field, I do think the Pirates have the worst offense in baseball. In this game, guys, I am going to be playing the under 7. It is an official play for me. I think Skeens is going to do his thing. I think he's going to keep that ERA around his season average. And on the other side, I think David Peterson's going to have a good game because what's a good recipe for a pitcher who needs a big game? Go up against the Pittsburgh Pirates offense, and you'll probably have a good day. And that's exactly what I'm backing here. Give me the under 7. Definitely one of my favorite plays today. JD, what do you got?
Yeah, man, you actually said a great point there. The Mets are just a great home team, and the Pirates on the road have been horrible. So these are two teams that I'm looking to like bet on in these certain spots, and then a team that I'm actually looking to fade in these certain spots. But the big thing here, as y'all both have said, is actually Mr. Paul actually Skeens here. As far as just the number goes, I'm actually showing value on him on basically every game. Just because, like you all said, he just does not get backed up. They're just not scoring runs. And actually, that's why, I think I'm basically showing value, like I was saying, like every single day. His past couple starts, though, he's actually been walking a lot of guys.
Yeah.
He's walked 4 guys, and actually each of his past two actually starts here. That's something to kind of like watch, to see if that keeps on going.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I mean, actually, I don't think it will. But like I said, it's just something to kind of like watch out for here. If you look at the lines in the first 5 and then the full game here, I think it tells you a whole lot. You can get on the full game for the Pirates, you can get a plus 145. Then on the first 5, you're going actually getting a plus 110.
Yeah.
So I think that shows you a whole lot. So if I had to play this game, I would be playing the Pirates in the first 5. But as far as the full game, I would definitely have to be on the Mets side here.
Yep. No, I think it's the right way, and it's tough with that minus 165. So it's trying to find which value you can get on this game, what's the best price you could take, and I definitely understand where you're coming from with that angle. All right, gentlemen, next game we're moving on to is going to be the New York Yankees taking on the Seattle Mariners. Pitching for the Yanks is Clark Schmidt. Clark is 0-1 on the year with a 4.79 ERA in 20 innings of work. He's allowed 19 hits, has accumulated 19 strikeouts. He's also allowed 10 walks and 3 homers. On the other side, we have Emerson Hancock. Emerson is 1-1 with a 5.7 ERA in 23 innings of work. He's allowed 30 hits. He's had 17 strikeouts, 7 walks, and 3 homers. Guys, the big thing about this one, will Clark Schmidt finally get a win? He is still 0-for in the win department. You take a look at his starts. The Yankees do win when he starts. The Yankees are 3-1 when he starts games. However, he is 0-1 on his season record. One more thing about Clark Schmidt. He has been absolutely brutal on the road. He has an 11.25 ERA, one of the worst ERAs of any pitcher in baseball. JD, we haven't started with you. What do you like in the Yankees-Mariners late game tonight?
Yeah, man. Clark Schmidt. I am just not a Clark Schmidt guy. I actually think like everybody knows that by actually now. But this Yankees team today, I am wanting to back in this certain spot because actually Hancock, man, he's just not good. His numbers don't even seem. I mean, his numbers aren't good. I mean, like his ERA is what, a 5.7.
Yeah, but go look at his home ERA. His home ERA is even worse than Clark Schmidt's road ERA. So Hancock's home ERA is a 12.15. 12.15.
I mean, so this is a Yankees lineup that actually like they finally really got going. Versus the A's, what they scored 12, 7, and 10 runs, and I actually know like the ballpark has actually like some actually like to do with that, but like they actually were hitting well. And as far as if you look at just on the road, the Yankees are the best hitting team by far. I mean, nobody's I mean, like the second team is honestly, as far as batting average and like OPS and WRC plus, they're not even close. So that's actually what I'm going to do here, guys, is just isolate those Yankees bats. Give me the Yankees team total over 4.5 runs. And actually also just one other point here. As far as where they're playing tonight, the Yankees are going to a park where, there's a bunch of runs scored. And then they're going to a park here tonight where you think, runs are normally held down here. But just to give a little bit of reference here, the actual Blue Jays just actually came into town here and put up 6, 6, and 9 runs.
Yep.
And actually that's the Blue Jays. And yeah, besides that, as far as the Mariners pen has not been great, which I'm a little surprised with, because on like paper, they really shouldn't be bad. But anyway, yeah, as far as their pen has just not been doing well recently. Yep. So yeah, for like me, I'm just all actually in here. Yanks.
There we go. Jefe, what you got?
It's crazy. I just wanted to look it up. Do you know that Aaron Judge literally leads the MLB?
Everything.
Pretty much everything. Average, it's actually comical because the next best average is 349 after his 409. Any guess who the second best average is at 349?
349, second best average in baseball this year.
You're thinking too hard.
Really? I was trying to think of someone on the Mets who it could have been.
Thinking way too hard. It's a lot closer than you think.
Is it a Yank?
Yeah.
So the there's 2 players in the Yankees that are the top 2 in batting average in baseball. Paul Goldschmidt?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was just about to say it had to be Goldie.
He's been unbelievable, Goldie. He's been unbelievable.
Obviously, he leads in home runs, tied with Schwarber, RBIs. He leads hits. He even leads. And damn, Schwarber's having an insane year because he's third in hits. And then I think it's also kind of crazy that Max Fried leads in both wins and ERA. It just baseball's a weird sport where truly like 1 player, 2 players can't make or break your team. But the Yankees might be in the anomaly where they are literally where they are because of Judge and Fried. Obviously, Goldschmidt is a big part of that. But man, if everybody else could just catch up, the Yankees are going to be just
there's some excitement,
so
Jefe. There's some excitement. Jason Dominguez, what a series he had in, I keep saying Oakland, in Sacramento against the Athletics.
Yeah.
If he can get his bat going, this Yankees team could really do some damage.
Exactly what you just said. It's so true. Still there earlier in the season, but regardless, I just wanted to say that because Aaron Judge, what he's doing is he might be having his best year ever, and
that's not debatable.
Close.
That's not debatable.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
With that being said, I think this is more about the Yankees being in Seattle, high altitude, ball's going to fly, and the pitchers are going up against the Mariners. I think the Yankees had a great weekend series against the A's for their bats. Not so happy on what happened Saturday with their bullpen, which was supposed to be, the strength of their team. But whatever, everybody gets a blimp in the radar. That's fine. I'm happy with the output that we got out of our starters. And look, you could say that the Athletics, you guys just beat the Athletics. The Athletics aren't terrible. They're not the Rockies. They're not even the White Sox. Actually, aren't the Athletics close to 500?
So the Athletics are not the Athletics of old. We've said it on the
Awesome.
show all the time. They invested heavily in their team this offseason, and the Athletics have turned into quite a decent ball club this year. Their offense really is
21 and
not
20.
bad.
They're above 500.
Yep, they've been good.
They have great young players. But yeah, so I'd say that to say that the Yankees are. I think they had a great weekend, and I think it's more about their bats than their pitch, than their pitching. And now today you get, like you said, Alpha Will Warren, who is
Clark Schmidt.
I'm sorry, Clark Schmidt, who I was
Same guy though, to be honest.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's what my point. I'm sorry, that's exactly what my point was.
Literally,
it's like exactly what we just went through Will Warren before we started with the Athletics, where it's like this has got to be it, because if it's not it, he might never get it together. It's exactly how I feel about Clark going into today. This is a perfect spot. Your team is hot batting wise. Go out there and do your job. Give up a hit. Give up a run or two. That shouldn't matter.
Just don't walk anyone, right?
They should be a 6-2 Yankees win. Give me the Yankees on the money line.
Can you say 7-2?
7-2 Yankees win.
Beautiful. That goes right into my play on this, guys. I'm on the over in this ball game. Over 8. We went over the pitching in both these spots. So both pitchers in their respective spot tonight. So Clark Schmidt on the road, 11.5 ERA. Hancock at home, over 12 ERA. So both these pitchers have gotten absolutely annihilated in their respective spots tonight. I do think we're going to see both teams score some runs. Clark Schmidt does not have too many, what's the right word here? Flawless games, perfect games, not a literal perfect game, but games where he gets through without getting touched. He gets touched. That's just what happens to Clark Schmidt. In the last game that he pitched, the Yankees got the win. They played the San Diego Padres. He looked great. The game ended 12-3. We saw 15 runs. Again, when they played Cleveland, there was 10 runs in that game. When he goes out there and pitches, there's just a lot of runs in the baseball games. The batters for the Yankees know that they need run support when Will Warren or Clark Schmidt is on the bump. They know they're going to have to produce. And we also know that they're going to give up some runs. So I just think 8 is too low of a number for these two offenses against the pitchers they're playing tonight. So give me over 8. Definitely one of my favorite plays today. JD? Thoughts of over 8? What do you think of the total?
yeah.
Because you're the total guy. You're the guy who knows the totals.
I was about to say, like, that would be the only way I could go here. Just for me, I think the Yankees do the most of that. So actually, like, that's why I'm just going to personally go with their team total over.
Absolutely love it. Let's see that 7-2 win that Jefe predicted, and we are all very happy when we get back on the show tomorrow. All right, boys. Well, you know what time it is. It's about to get into. We haven't heard much of Jefe so far. You've heard him give a little tidbits, but we all know that Jefe cannot keep controlled when we talk about this next game we're going to be breaking down. And guys, we are going to be breaking down the New York Knicks taking on the Boston Celtics. Game 4. Everyone knows the storylines of this series. The Knicks are up 2-1, but Boston, the best road team in basketball, came to Madison Square Garden and beat the crap out of the Knicks. That's just what happened on Saturday afternoon, 115-93. The score does not even indicate how bad that game was. I'll put it in perspective. Jefe, you know this. I don't miss any Knicks games, especially a playoff game. I had plans that evening, which I could have waited till after the Knicks game was over, to go to those plans that were over an hour drive from my house. I left with 2 minutes left in the first half and did not put the Knicks game on the radio because I knew exactly what was going to happen after I saw how they showed up in the first half. JD, we're going to start with you. As a recently new welcome to the train New York Knicks backer, what do you got?
Yeah, as far as the last game, we actually talked about that, I believe, on Friday some. And we kind of, like, that's what I said. I just thought the Knicks, that was their blowout game. And yeah, that's just what it was.
Yep.
Tonight, I do not think it's going to be a blowout. I will say that. And I'm pretty sure that Scott Foster is actually going to be the head ref tonight.
Unfortunately for Knicks fans, the extender has been assigned to the series.
Yeah. So, I honestly want to be on the Celtics here in actually some type of way.
Get the hell out. Shut up.
I was going to say, Mr. New Knicks guy.
I'm not
Knicks guy.
I'm not taking that slander. Just stop your sentence. Text it out to the people. Tell them to go to the Reddit page or whatever the hell you got going on. No,
the Reddit page.
Not
JD's Reddit page for all his banger takes on the Celtics.
But that's what I was saying though. If I'm gonna end up being on their side, I believe it's gonna still be like a first half.
I respect that.
Just because they've come out in every first half and played well.
Do you think the Knicks are going to come out flat again? Do you think they're going to have a performance like they did in last game?
No. That is why, like, I really think it is going to be a closer game. And as much as this is normally what you would not hear from me, I would actually lean under here. This is a game where I'm definitely going to lean under. As far as my total, I think I had it at it's almost right there on it. It's like 207.9 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I actually would lean under. I actually don't even have. I mean, for this game, I really don't actually have a strong feel for actually anything. I think everything's priced well. But that's what I was saying. I still feel like the Celtics will still come out and get that first half lead, though.
I could definitely see that. I could for sure see that. But for me, Cook 24, man, new name. We haven't seen those comments. We appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate your comment, but not the specifics of this one. Come on, bro. 2-1 Knicks lead. The series is not over yet, and I don't think the Knicks are going to play as poorly as they did on Saturday afternoon. I don't think it's physically possible for this team to play as poorly. I also don't think the Celtics are going to play as well as they did in Game 3. I know that everybody said this was a must-win game for the Knicks. Most people said it was the Knicks had to win that game. They didn't. They really didn't. The Celtics needed to win Game 3. The pressure was on Boston, and they showed up, and they delivered. Kudos to them. They shot, 65% from three, some astronomical number for most of the game. That's not going to happen again. The Knicks are going to close out better, and I think they're going to play a better style of basketball in this game. I don't think anyone's coming into Madison Square Garden and beating the Knicks by 20-plus points in consecutive playoff games. The atmosphere is too electric. The fans will be going crazy, and the Knicks have to perform in this game with the price of the ticket. The price fans are paying to go and see them play. They cannot lay another egg. They have to show up in this spot. I do think the Knicks will have a bigger performance tonight. I don't know if the Knicks are going to win, but I am going to play their plus 6.5. This is the first time all series that I'm touching the Knicks. I have not taken them until Game 4 of the Celtics series, but I do think this is the spot they show up. I've said it on this show numerous times. The Knicks, to win a third game in the series, need to have a Jalen Brunson game. He needs to have one of those games where he goes for 40-plus, maybe even 50 points, and completely puts the team on his back. He's capable of doing it. I expect to see it at least one game this series. I expect to see it tonight. Give me the Knicks with the points. Jefe, the floor is yours.
Well, yeah, I'll put it like this. I was not shocked. I was obviously upset on Saturday, but it wasn't shocked at all to happen. And in a weird way, I was not relieved that it was never close, like on Saturday, but it just gave me, and I think the Knicks also the ability to kind of just be like, okay, like. This was meant to happen. Like this was going to happen.
We were never going to win in 4.
We were never going to win in 4, and we were never going to come back 3 straight games down 20. I think you can have bad things and good things to take away from a loss like that. But I once again I don't want to focus on Game 3 because I don't think the Celtics are going to shoot that great. They shot incredibly great. Exactly what I said. And even though I got to shout out Creighton Pritchard. Because when I look at the box score, Tatum didn't impress me once again. Jaylen Brown had exactly what I thought Jaylen Brown should do. Nobody went crazy. It was just Peyton Pritchard who had an anomaly of a game. And listen, won the 6th man of the year. He has that in his bag. He's a good player.
He's a
great player. It's evident to me a couple things. The Knicks must come out. Yes, Aiden. It's exactly what I was trying to say. It gave the Knicks the opportunity in that second half to just kind of be like, hey, I mean, play loose. Because that's what they've done, right? They've came back, so they never lost hope. But obviously, when they couldn't break that 20-point, 19-point
I got one question for you as well.
Okay. But I think this game tonight, the recipe is as simple as it can be. And I know nothing's simple. But just start off better. And slow.
Would be wonderful.
And I also think slowing it down wouldn't be the worst case scenario. Derek White is so good. And it sucks because you could watch an entire NBA season, right? And like it's rare that you're going to watch just like for me, like I'm a Knicks fan, right? But I'm not watching all 82 Knicks games. And I'm not watching every game on prime time. So in the playoffs, when you're watching the same team play the same team over and over and over again, even as a fan, like you start to notice everybody's tendencies. Derek White is quite possibly the best rebounding guard I've ever seen. It's unbelievable.
Over Hart?
Dude, he's a bigger than Hart and better shooter than Hart. He deserves all.
Well, yeah, he's definitely a better shooter than Hart, but I don't know if he's a better rebounder. I think they may be about at the same level, but I don't know if any guard's better than Josh Hart at getting.
I don't know. I'm not loving how fast we're moving sometimes on offense, and I understand that when we get set, it's hard because the Celtics have 4 great perimeter defenders in White, Holiday, Brown, and Tatum. They're great.
Yes.
And I don't understand. I think the only way the Knicks stay in a game is if instead of running your offense around Jalen Brunson, you run your offense around Karl Anthony Towns. And I think that's really the key. And I think I know there's some whispers about Karl Anthony Towns whispering that he broke something in his hand.
Right here. We got that question from Cook24. Cook is asking us if we have any updated information. We're not going to get any updated information.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Because he's scheduled to play.
I'm going to tell you right now, probably something in his hand is broken. And he's already told him, shoot me up, I'm going to be fine. Yeah. And we will hear nothing of it, and you will see nothing of it. You will see his normal, zesty kind of, because he does that every freaking 10 seconds, and that's fine. I don't care. A couple things.
Yes, you do.
Offense has to run through Cat. Mitchell Robinson.
That was my question. Before you get into Mitch, my question was regarding Mitchell Robinson. I know you've seen the Instagram story, the Snapchat story, whatever the hell story he posted where he went on and said, I don't care that everyone's talking about my free throw issues. I don't care. The only thing I care about is my truck, basketball, and my daughter. I don't care what you people say about me. What a bad look. I have to ask you what you thought about it. What a stupid, selfish, an immature video to post, because all you did was confirm to everyone that you do fucking care. That's why you're making a video on it.
I just think that we could put him in better situations. I don't understand why Tibbs is not just playing him at the start of every quarter. I swear to God, I'd even start him. I don't care. If the Celtics want to foul and get their team fouls up to the point that now they want to be in the bonus with 8 minutes to go in a quarter, by all means, do it. Do it. That's the damn recipe, Tom. I don't understand. It drives me crazy. Just let him play at the beginning of quarters when they have no team fouls. They want to foul 5 times with a team in the bonus.
I disagree.
With 8 minutes to go. Do it. That only benefits us. I don't understand the negative of that.
I disagree. I don't think you could start both of them. Let's talk about this for a second. I don't think you could start both of them, because what happens? That's definitely going to happen, where the Knicks big men get into foul trouble early. Who do we go to? Who do the New York Knicks go to? If Cat and Mitch are in foul trouble early in the game, we're going to have to do a 10 to 15-minute stretch of 6'10" Precious Achiuwa? You can't do that. You cannot do that. You can't do that.
Yes, you can, because Al Horford is the only center they got. Luke Cornett is bullshit. Kristaps Porzingis can't really play for long.
Yeah, he's hurt. He's hurt.
He's obviously dealing with something that's zapping his energy.
Something weird.
And it's something weird, and you could tell that they can only play him in spurts. I think it's imperative the Knicks take advantage of the few places they have.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. That's when Mitch comes in. We can't have Precious in there. We won't get a rebound, and they're killing us on the glass. That is where the Knicks thrive. Winning on the glass. That's what the Knicks do.
They're killing us in what? Listen, dude. They're killing us in the fact that they are the best 3-point shooting team, and we are the worst defensive team against three-point shot. It's as simple as that. Do I wish that we got more rebounds and stop second chance opportunities for them? Yes, but that's not the reason we're losing. We're losing because they're the best overall during the season, the best 3-point shooting team. We got very lucky that they first 2 games had horrendous, terrible back-to-back shooting games. And we somehow got even more lucky that they were both on the road. We won those 2 games. This is game 7. In my opinion, this is game 7.
Whoever wins tonight's win the series. 100%.
Yes. You grind this out. But more importantly, I think Thibodeau has to be it is more important that Tom Thibodeau has the best coaching game of his entire life than Jalen Brunson going for 50 points. I'll put it to you like that. Because Tom has to understand, even if it's in the first quarter with 4 minutes in, if you see the Celtics go up I don't know, 16-5, I want a timeout called immediately. Don't allow it to get to that next level of 15 plus. Recenter your team
Please.
and
Please.
shuffle it around.
Yes.
Because the start of this game to me is everything. This 3 games in a row, we have seen the Celtics go up 20 points at some point or another.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, the Knicks came back twice. Unreal. I mean,
I don't think they do it again. I don't think it happens again.
And it happened in Boston. Unbelievable.
It's not going to happen again.
I don't think it happens again if they play at the Garden, in fucking space, in Boston. It doesn't matter. You have to compete in a game for 4 quarters. Here's something. Here's the one thing that I will lay my hat on for the Knicks. I don't even think they've played 2 good quarters in a row.
I don't think they played a single good game.
No. I'm just talking about quarters. Forget they haven't not played a full game. I'm talking about just putting together back-to-back good quarters. In the first game, they played an insane fourth quarter. In the second game, they played an insane 2 minutes left in the third quarter to the fourth quarter. They have never played 2 full good quarters, 24 minutes in a row. How about you just show up tonight and slow the game down? Because what I'm noticing is we're fast going.
That is true.
Yeah, Joe. Yes.
That's so fair. We keep doing it. It keeps happening.
Fair. It's fair, but I want to say that in Game 6 against Pistons, that was a close game the entire way. I want to say, like where I think it was between 5 and 7 the entire game, and that's the type of game that the Knicks need here tonight. They need a game where at halftime, how about they're only down 5, or maybe they're up by 5, and then they need a game where the pressure is on the Celtics, because I really think. And that when the pressure is on them, if the Celtics go down 7 to 10, or if the Knicks are up double digits, how about that crazy thought? The Celtics are not going to come back. I don't think they have it. I don't think they have the belief in themselves right now. The reason that they're getting the belief is because they're up 20. They look at them being like, shit, like, this is our game. Joe Mazzulla has told you, without telling you, he is not changing his game plan whatsoever. They are going to shoot the threes. They are going to either make them or miss them. And then guess what? They're going to keep shooting threes. Up 20, down 20, doesn't matter. So just fucking adjust to them not adjusting. I don't understand. So I'm really looking at Tom Thibodeau today to coach his ass off. I mean, his best coaching game ever. I want quick pull. I want everybody to have a short leash. I do not care what the last name is on your jersey. If you are missing defensive assignments, and Lord knows that Jalen Brunson is guilty of this.
More than anyone.
Gotta go. I do not care. I do not care. You have to keep the game close. That's the most important thing. I'm willing to sacrifice offense for defense. Because I really think if we play our number one defensive game with our number one defensive guys, we have a chance to stay in this game. And if we stay in this game, if this game is under 10 points going to the fourth quarter, and I'm only talking about it if the Knicks are down, I have all the belief. Why wouldn't you, as a Knicks fan, that we can come back and win? But I'd like better to have a close game where we're actually up, we're actually making shots, we're actually competing. I know we have it in us. I also think Josh Hart, I mean, they are disrespecting you more than anybody, dude. It's insane how much room you're getting. You gotta show them you can make the 3, or just put your damn head down and go to the hole like you always do. Karl Anthony Towns, stop bitching at the ref, please.
I agree.
If you don't get the whistle, just get your ass back on defense, bro. You're not guys. Has an NBA player ever gotten a late whistle because they went to the ref and were like, "Hey man, that's a foul." And the ref goes, "You know what, Karl, my bad," and they blow the whistle. You're not Michael Jordan. It's literally no, it's never going to happen. Get your ass back.
Yeah, no, I'm with you 1,000%. My big point in this game, because I'm not going to take too much time here because we've talked about this for about an hour and a half and JD hasn't said a word yet. My big point in this game, the strategy of the Knicks, stay in contact. You're the best fourth quarter team right now remaining in the playoffs. You have the best closer remaining in the playoffs right now in Jalen Brunson. He's proven that time and time again. If the score is within 6 to 10 points, preferably closer to that 6 point, with under 6 or 7 minutes to go, the Knicks will win this game. Keep in contact. Stay close. Don't get blown out. Stay within 10. In the fourth quarter, 5-6 minutes left. It's in between 5 and 10 points. The Knicks are winning this ballgame, and I'm taking the Knicks plus 6.5. JD, what do you like in this game?
Yeah, don't actually have a nice play here. But yeah, like I was saying, as far as the Celtics actually first half, that would definitely be my actual lean. But when it comes down to this game, for me. Most games, they come down to it really comes down to like multiple things, But for me, this game, this series doesn't. To me, it's just as simple as the Celtics are the better team. It's just, can they hit their threes?
Yeah.
Like to me, it's literally just as simple as actually that. Now,
it is. It's weirdly, it is as complex, and you go through all these different schemes and everything, but it actually is as stupid as that.
Yeah. So it's actually, can the Knicks, I mean, actually, like, of course, like actually they can help to, do actually more to actually stop that.
Like contesting threes for the first time all series.
Right. And actually, like Jefe said, like, that's what's coming. So
they are
work
not
on defending that.
Guys.
Like that is what's coming. Like,
yep, 100%. 100%.
So yeah. But yeah, to me, it just all depends on that. And actually, last game, we actually saw them finally start to hit more threes. So as far as tonight, it's just, can they keep on doing that or not?
Will they do it 2 in a row on the road? They have shown all year that they can, but the pressure will be elevated, and we know how Boston plays when the pressure is tuned up. Let's see how it plays out. All right, boys, we're moving on to the final basketball game of the day, and I promise we will not take up as much time on this game as we did the last one. We have the Minnesota T-Wolves taking on the Golden State Warriors. Storylines in this series: no Steph Curry. Don't think we'll see him no matter what happens in the series. They'll have to at least win this series and maybe one more to get him back. I know that they're saying, he could be back in 10 days from the original injury. No, he can't. No, he can't. I don't believe with a hamstring grade 1, he'll be able to play. And if he is able to play, he can't move. And the key to Curry is being shifty, making one quick cut, and being able to hit an open 3. He's not going to be able to play like he normally does. Back to this game. We all thought in the last one that Anthony Edwards might have gotten hurt, but he came back out, had a big performance, and they were able to get the win 102-97. The T-Wolves are now up 2-1 in the series. This game, to me, whoever wins this one will probably win the series as well. I'm very, very strongly thinking that the Timberwolves are the better team. But what version of the Timberwolves are we going to get that shows up tonight? That's the real question in this game. JD, what do you like in this one?
Yeah, man, this is a Golden State actually like spot here. I mean, like, if there's ever a Golden State spot, this is it. But I just can't back them currently. And actually, as far as the Wolves go, actually, like you said, it's just what version of actually them like shows up. Because this could easily just actually be not a close game. But I could also see it where Golden State, they just muck this up as much as they possibly can. And it's one of those 93-89 games.
I could see it.
And honestly, I don't know, actually, I don't have a feel for this specific game as actually far as which one of those we're going to actually get. So I'm not going to have to pass, but like I said, it would definitely be a Golden State spot there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pulling up my phone here, the public betting percentages, at least what we're seeing on BetMGM. And, man, it doesn't make sense. It's frustrating because I want to bet the T-Wolves. But when you see the money is 86% on the T-Wolves, it opened at 6.5, right? 86% of the money, they're saying. If you guys don't believe me, go pull up John Ewing. He posts the public betting percentages every single day. You can see exactly what I'm saying. 86% of the money is on the T-Wolves at minus 6.5. So you would think that probably would move it to minus 7.5, minus 8.5, whatever, to keep it going that way. It's gone the other way. We have reverse line movement again. And the line has gone from 6.5 to 5.5, even though all the money is on the Warriors or on the Timberwolves. What does that tell you? What does that tell you if you see it, JD?
They're telling me, like, actually, once again, like I was already saying, this is a Golden State spot.
Exactly. When you see that, it's telling you that they're trying to get more money on the Timberwolves side. That's why they made it easier to bet. Usually, you want to get more money on the other side, so the money ends up about 50-50, and they collect the VIG, the minus 110. That's how they try to do the books, unless they think they have a good read on something and they want to push the public to one side. Before I saw that information, I was all in on the T-Wolves, but with the reverse line movement, I'm being very hesitant. Right now, I have no play. Jefe, I want to know your thoughts. And one quick thing, Footy, shut up. I've seen you post Paul Skeens 17 times in here. Show up to the show on time. We covered that as the first game of the day. Please go rewind, and you can see everything we had to say about Paulie Skeens Day. Jefe?
This is a tough one, guys. I thought the Warriors actually had their best chance to win in Game 3.
Me too.
Because Jimmy Butler, it was the Jimmy Butler game, and he was offensively involved, getting everybody else involved. You had Kuminga play great game 2, which never happens. And you ran into Julius Randle triple-double, which never happens in the playoffs as well. And I hate that because anytime a team has the opportunity and it squanders, that next game, you want to take them again. I lean T-Wolves here, guys. To be honest, I think this series is kind of over. I don't have enough belief to have a play in this game. I think this
does
is
that scare you with the public betting percentages? With
Yeah.
Minnesota being a -6.5, getting 86% of the money, now down to a 5. It just doesn't make sense why they would do that. And I'm pulling up the Action app, another asset or another resource that I use to look up public betting percentages, because I'll just give everyone a quick rundown. I do all my bets, and then I look at the public betting percentage to see if there's anything on there that I want to not do. That's how I personally go through it. I don't want to go and look at the public betting percentages and have my mind skewed when I go through the numbers. So I go through the numbers, I make my play, and then I go and I look at the public betting percentages and see if I want to make that. And Christian, I could not agree more. Squares do win, but they don't win as much as the sharp side. So you could win with a play in the T-Wolves. That's not to say it's a guarantee that the T-Wolves are going to win this game, or that the Warriors are going to cover this game, because we see reverse line movement. But it does happen more often than not that when that happens, the sharp side comes out on top. Vegas and all the other sports books were not built on 86% side winners where they're trying to get more people on that side. It's just not how it usually goes down. But of course, there are outliers where it will still happen. Jefe, back to you. I apologize. I had to cover that.
No, you're good. This is the ultimate swing game for me. I mean, it's funny, guys. We haven't spoken with this, how the 2 West series are so alike and the 2 East series are ridiculously alike.
That's why the Knicks are winning by fucking 90 tonight, baby.
Did you see the crazy stat? Game 1 of the East, both Knicks and Pacers came back from 20-point defeats. Game 2, they both won on the road. Game 3, they both lost exactly by 22 points. It's frightening. In this series here, you got 2-1 on the road team, and the other series you got 2-1 on the home team, and then OKC took it yesterday, which also, by the way, another squandered. That game,
I agree.
I think Alpha texted it. I think it was 17-8 after the first quarter.
Yeah, last night I texted you. Does anyone else see that it is
17-8? Wild. And then if you watch that game, I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you watch that game, Nuggets were up 6 going into the fourth. In my head, I was watching. I was like, oh my God, like Denver's going to go up 3-1. This is going to go back to OKC. Wow. And then OKC just buckled down, and they are so good defensively. Jokic is not playing well.
He's what was he? 0 for 15 from 3 in the series. He shot. Exactly. He shot.
And I'll tell you another thing. This is totally unrelated. Aaron Gordon is earning himself.
What a player.
I don't even know how much money. I don't even know if he's under contract. He probably is, but he's officially underpaid.
Let's take a look.
Ice in his veins is an understatement. I mean, wow. Back to this series here. I just think the Warriors had their best possible no Steph Curry game in Game 3, and they caught an L. And now you got to get the guy. What
a contract.
What does he have?
3 years. It starts next year. He signed an extension. He's going to be making, right now he makes $22 million a year. Let me put that in perspective. He makes exactly half of OG Anunoby. Next year, his cap hit goes up to $30 million, and he's under lock for about $30 million for the next 3 years. And it's an unbelievable AAV. The way they built this contract is beautiful. I can't lie.
Contract shit. Great contract. Yeah. $30 million AAV for your third best player and someone who's coming up just clutch after clutch after clutch. Yeah, wow, good for them. It's a good GM. Guys, I lean the Wolves here, but I have no official play. This is a game that I am watching this game more for Game 5 wagering than tonight, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. If I see a Warriors team come out here that believes in themselves, a Jimmy Butler going again, putting the team on his back like he knows he has to do, I am going to be very, very, very much on the Warriors side in the next game. This is a sit and watch game for me in terms of this is just the ultimate swing game, more than any of the others. Because I don't think if the Celtics win tonight, I almost might not even watch the rest of the series.
Well, that's crazy. Yeah, I get that, but I know that that's not accurate knowing you. So
yeah.
You can say that now, but I know who you are, and that's not a factual statement. But gentlemen, any other plays we want to go over?
Yeah, one other thing here. I actually want to bring up this. because actually Golden State, they may not win, but they will cover for you. Because I'm not sure if anybody watched the end of that game. Draymond.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I watched it. Yep.
Was sitting there yelling out 5.5, 5.5. These players know the spread. These guys are not, believe me, these guys know all of that stuff.
They know everything.
Yes, they know everything, and they clearly wanted to actually cover that spread. I mean, that was one of the times where I think that's the most clearest I think we may have ever seen that.
Yep.
So anyway, yeah, that's just a little something there. But
100% with you. 100% with you. So JD, any props, any other plays you like on this game? Jefe, any other props or plays, or you guys want to dive into our best bets and give the people what they're here for?
Oh, the best bets, baby.
Yeah.
We have one more question from Monzi, man. Any thoughts on the Atlanta run line? Washington offense is in a huge rut. Either of you guys have an opinion on that?
Let me look it up real quick.
While you're pulling that up, I'm doing the same thing. We got Grant Holmes tonight. I'm out.
I was just about to say
I am out.
As far as the Braves, yes, I am actually looking to back them actually this week because I do think that actually they have some bounce back games here. But actually not with him on the mound. He's just a guy that I've come on here and told y'all I'm just not going to back. So.
Yeah, I mean, they may win the game. I don't like them to win by 2. Going to be honest. I don't like the -1.5. I would much prefer taking Atlanta on the money line in a parlay. I know they're a -190, but if you can find a partner for them, I personally like doing a lot of 2-leg money line parlays rather than doing -1.5s because you see baseball games end by 1 more than any other sport, and that's exactly how I like to play them. All right, boys. Well, it's about that time. You're welcome, Monty. We appreciate you, brother. Let's dive into our best bets for today, Monday, May 12th. Jefe, what you got?
All right, man. Baseball. First, let's start off with the baseball. I got 2. I got one best bet that we didn't speak about. The other one is the Knicks plus 6.5. Quickly on the Knicks, this is the last point I totally forgot to say. The second half of that game 3, the Knicks won. They won it by 3 points. It was literally just a bad first half for the Knicks that they never overcame in the second. They played the Celtics perfectly in the second half. You could say the Celtics went off the gas, but that's not the case. That's not the case because they knew they couldn't because they were up 20 in the first 2 games and lost it. So I don't think you can make that case. The Knicks played a bad first half. They played a good second half. The defense was much better, and everything returned to normal. I think you see a more full game approach to that. Next, Knicks plus 6.5 is one of my best bets. Second best bet is the Cubs. -1.5 against the Marlins. This is way more about the gas can that is Cal Quantrill on the mound for the Marlins than it is about Colin Rea, who's on the Cubs mound tonight. Rea's 2-0, pitching well, but Cal 2-3, 7.11 ERA. Cubs, great team. They had a tough series against the Mets. I think their bats are going to be so elated to see the Marlins and Cal on the mound tonight. Give me the Cubs -1.5.
I like it. I'll jump in here next, gentlemen. I have 2 best bets for the people today. The Knicks plus the 6.5. And the first game we went over, footy, hope you're still here. Paul Skeens Day, under 7 in the Paul Skeens Day play of the day. JD, close us out, brother. Get us the fuck out of here.
I just have one best bet here for us today. That's going to be the Yankees. Give me their team total over 4.5 runs. Really liking that one.
Let's get it, man. Let's cash all our bets, and you guys know where you can find us. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Any parting words for the people before we get out of here, gentlemen?
Yes, one more thing. The 5 o'clock show is no longer going to be a thing. We're not just completely leaving it, but it is not going to be live. That is a show that we are still going to do, and we're going to do it a little different way. We're still going to have games. We're still going to break those games down, but that's going to be posted up so you can watch that at any time. And hopefully we can get that out actually to you sooner in the day. So,
and JD, where are they going to be able to find that every single day? What do they have to do to be able to find the afternoon show's place?
That is actually going to be on YouTube now, only on YouTube. So definitely sub to us there.
And what is the YouTube, JD? Give them a little reminder.
At I believe it's just at MoneyBall Metrics. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, it's at MoneyBall Metrics. Make sure you guys subscribe. I love the show. I watch it every day. If you guys are like me and watch the afternoon show, make sure you subscribe to YouTube. Check it out. It's a fantastic show. I know the boys are trying to get a much bigger YouTube audience. So get in there, help the guys out, and enjoy the show. But, JD, there's still one more thing you have to say. We don't end the show without you doing the thing.
Yeah. I'm actually going to be honest. Tonight's slate, it's not the very best, but there's a big Knicks game. There is a lot going on. we definitely still have some plays going. So let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Peace.
Cat over 19.